What is going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast. And on this broadcast, we're going to be looking at three takeaways from Dansby Swanson heading to the Chicago Cubs. So we're going to begin with number three. Now, the third takeaway that I have from Dansby Swanson to the Chicago Cubs is exactly the contract itself. It is a 7-year, $177 million deal. This will go towards the luxury tax threshold only about $25 million, which in this market that we've seen thus far play out, this is a very team-friendly option for how to do it. I think that when you looked at Dansby Swanson, he was clearly the fourth best available superstar shortstop coming into the market. And with that, you knew that he was going to have to play his best market option in waiting till the other three have signed. That happened, and now yesterday we would see Dansby Swanson pick up with the Chicago Cubs. Now, as the offseason progressed, many believe that Dansby's potential reunion with the Atlanta Braves was less likely to happen the further and further into this offseason that we went, and that proved to be true. For the Chicago Cubs, having it only be $25 million towards the luxury tax threshold really allows them to continue to progress and to continue adding to try to build this team back into a contending team. With the addition that we would see earlier with Jameson Taillon coming in as likely their number 2 starter behind Marcus Stroman, this is another solid move for the Chicago Cubs. And for Dansby, obviously a very big deal for him and his new family. This is going to be an opportunity for the Cubs to really start to push back into that division. Now, the second takeaway is exactly the fit that Dansby has with the Chicago Cubs. When you look at the player that Dansby has become over the last couple of seasons, this is going to be a player that really fits in well with that Chicago Cubs lineup. I think that there's going to be a lot of opportunity between he and Nico Hoerner as arguably one of the best defensive middle infield combinations we can see in Major League Baseball in 2023 and beyond. I think that when you pair these two players together, I think they're going to bounce off of each other extremely well. I think we're going to see some really beautiful double plays turn on the north side of Chicago. So this is going to be a very interesting team to watch as they try to get back into contention, into battling with the St. Louis Cardinals and the Milwaukee Brewers in that National League Central Division. I think that there's very little doubt that at his best, Dansby can be a game-changing player. And this is the type of deal that you would expect for a superstar, a franchise-changing shortstop. I think that the Cubs are going to try to build around that core of Nico Hoerner and Dansby Swanson together. And to me, it is going to be an opportunity on the north side of Chicago to really see what this player can be for this team. We have an article on laracuenteledger.com. I will leave links to it down in the show notes below, discussing these very same points in a little bit more detail. So make sure you head over there to check that out. Again, links down in the show notes below. And lastly, the first takeaway that I have from this, and arguably the most important one, and to me, what was a deciding factor, is that Dansby and now his new wife, Mallory, have the opportunity to become the first couple of Chicago sports. Mallory is a star player for the Chicago Red Sox in the Women's National Soccer League, and Dansby now signing on with the Chicago Cubs means that they can truly take the city by storm. I think that there's a lot to like about being able to put these two together, being able to be a newly married couple, and now be able to claim Chicago as their own. Dansby is an incredible player for Major League Baseball, an incredible face for the sport, and now a new face for the franchise of the Chicago Cubs, who have had some very well-known superstars just depart not too long ago after being traded away by the Cubs. This now is the foundational piece that you start to build your next core around. So to me, being able to have that and being able to have Dansby and his new wife kind of be paraded out by the Cubs as the first couple of Chicago sports is just a marketing headline waiting to happen. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings down in the comment section below. What are your feelings, Cubs fans, about Dansby Swanson, about the 7-year, $177 million deal with a full no trade clause? Let me know how he fits into the lineup, where you would place him in the lineup, and how this will all translate for what the Chicago Cubs do next as we continue this 2022-2023 offseason going into the future of the game of Major League Baseball. So let me know that all down in the comment section below, or you can find me over on Twitter at banter_baseball, and we can keep the conversation rolling. If you want to help and support this channel a bit more, head over to baseballbanterbroadcast.com, where you can use any one of the number of promo codes that we have up on the site to be able to save on your shopping needs for the baseball fan in your life, for yourself, or just to show us some support here. We do truly appreciate it as we continue to try to grow this community. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, as it does a huge service for us as we continue to try to build. So keep it locked in all off season long as we continue to look at the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions on the game of Major League Baseball. Peace.